It was a stormy night when Alex checked into the old roadside motel. He had been driving for hours, the rain pouring relentlessly, making the road nearly impossible to navigate. The neon vacancy sign flickered against the dark sky, offering him a temporary reprieve from the storm. The receptionist, an older man with tired eyes, handed Alex a key attached to a heavy brass tag. "Room 13, he said gruffly, not meeting Alex's gaze. "Lucky number," Alex joked, trying to lighten the mood. The receptionist's face darkened. "Just don't disturb anything in there," he muttered, almost to himself. Brushing off the odd warning, Alex trudged through the rain to his room. The door creaked open to reveal a dimly lit space with dated furniture and a musty smell. The storm outside howled as Alex tossed his bag onto the bed and sat down to catch his breath. On the nightstand, a small card read, "Welcome to room 13. Please respect the room and its silence." Alex chuckled. Weird place. The first hour was uneventful. Alex scrolled through his phone, the rain pounding against the windows. But as midnight approached, strange things began to happen. It started with a faint tapping sound. At first, Alex thought it was the rain, but the rhythm was too deliberate. 3 taps, a pause, then 3 more. It seemed to be coming from the closet. "Hello?" Alex called, his voice shaky. The tapping stopped. He stood up, heart pounding, and opened the closet door. It was empty except for a single wooden hanger swaying gently. "Just the wind," he muttered, closing the door firmly. At 1 a.m., the tapping returned, louder this time. Alex sat up in bed, clutching the sheets. The noise wasn't coming from the closet anymore. It was coming from the bathroom. Summoning his courage, Alex grabbed his phone for light and crept toward the bathroom door. He pushed it open slowly, the hinges squealing. The bathroom was empty, but the mirror above the sink was fogged up, as if someone had been breathing on it. Written in the condensation were 2 words: "Get out." Alex stumbled backward, his pulse racing. What the hell? The room grew colder, and the atmosphere felt oppressive. Alex grabbed his bag, ready to leave, but when he tried the door, it wouldn't budge. The lock turned, but the door remained stubbornly shut, as if held by an unseen force. Panic set in as the lights flickered. Shadows danced across the walls, elongating unnaturally. The tapping sound was now a loud banging, coming from every direction. "Who's there?" Alex shouted, his voice echoing. The banging stopped. From the corner of the room, a voice, low and guttural, whispered, "You shouldn't have stayed." The figure emerged from the shadows, its form barely human. It had hollow eyes and a twisted smile, its body shrouded in darkness. Alex backed into the corner, clutching his phone like a lifeline. "What do you want?" he screamed. The figure pointed to the nightstand. Alex's eyes darted to the small card he had read earlier. The words had changed. Now it read, "You broke the silence." The room erupted into chaos. The walls seemed to close in, the furniture shaking violently. The figure advanced, its shadowy hand reaching for Alex. In a desperate bid, Alex threw open the closet door and leapt inside, slamming it shut behind him. The banging stopped, replaced by an eerie silence. Alex held his breath, his heart hammering in his chest. Hours seemed to pass in the darkness. When Alex finally emerged, the room was empty. The storm had stopped, and sunlight streamed through the windows. Everything was back in its place, as if nothing had happened. Shaking, Alex grabbed his things and ran to the front desk. The receptionist looked up, his face pale. "You stayed in room 13, didn't you?" Alex nodded, his voice trembling. "What's wrong with that room?" The receptionist sighed. "Years ago, a man was murdered in there. He was a guest who wouldn't stop making noise. Ever since, the room doesn't like to be disturbed." Alex stared at him, speechless. Without another word, he left the motel, vowing never to return. But as he drove away, he glanced in the rearview mirror and froze. In the back seat, a shadowy figure sat, its hollow eyes locked onto his.